for today is work hard, play hard. 20 years ago, I was this cute, naive baby boy. But after 10 years in school, I become, well, a boring, tedious teenage student. What happened? There must be something wrong, right? Look at me, what happened? So I blend this into our education system. So what is wrong with our education? Well, I think in Taiwanese education system, we focus too much on the memory-oriented material. Take history for example. How did you learn history? Well, we memorize. We memorize the event, and we memorize the time. We memorize when did it happen. But actually, the right way to learn history is that you need to learn how to analyze. I should give you some clue, and then you should have your own conclusion. Take this one for example. How many of you have heard Qing Dynasty, Qing Chao? Could you raise your hands? I think most of you have heard this dynasty, right? So how did it become extinct? Well, probably most of us couldn't answer because you didn't think it before. You just memorized the event. Well, you should learn how to analyze. And you should not focus on China. You should focus on US at the time as well. And you should look on Europe or look on the other part in Asia. You should see how they interact with each other. So you should see things in a whole different version, in a border version. Then you can analyze how did it get extinct. So this is how we should learn. So let's come to my first part, work hard. My bad. Actually, we are lucky. Lucky us. We were born in a generation that technology are really convenient. So how did you study? You can go to class, even though you didn't like the professor, you can still study online. There are many good websites online. One of them is called National Taiwan University OpenCourseWare. It's really easy to use. You just go there. You don't even need to have an account. Just pick a course. And if you want to learn from the university outside Taiwan, you can go to EDX. You can learn from Harvard, Berkeley, or everything else. But the most important thing is that you need to learn your way of how can you learn. You need to find your own way. Not just from books, you can learn from society, you can learn from internship as well. So you need to find your own way for learning. So this is my first part. Work hard. Play hard. I will suggest you that try new things even though they look useless at the time. So how many of you have heard a speech from Steve Jobs? Could you raise your hands? Or since I don't need to explain. Well, he has a theory that connects the dots. So even though you think the stuff is useless right now, but you may use it in the near future. Hard to say, right? So I will talk about my college life a little bit. As you guys know, I already graduated for about 1 year. Well, I used to be a really shy boy. You can see the picture when I was in high school. And then I joined a club called Student Ambassador. It is a turning point of my life because I've become more outgoing and I've become more easy to get along with. And in this picture, I was forced to dress like Elvis. I was a little bit nervous at that time because I don't know how to speak with people. But good luck for me because people won't talk to me. They will just come and say, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" I only need to say, "Sure." I don't need to have a conversation or something like that. And I started to do mountain climbing in this year. And I actually benefited a lot from it. But if I need to tell you how do I benefit, then that will need another section. So I will skip here. So this picture, I need to teach you guys, always remember how to keep a balance. Look at the guy on my right side. He's too drunk. He even forgot to, even take his shirt off. This guy is alright. He remembered to keep his pants on. So he's fine. Oh, my bad. And then I attended a Halloween party when I was in junior. So I always think, do you guys believe in reincarnation, 轮回? I don't know the reason. I always have a weird thought. I guess I was a vampire in the last generation or something like that. But always remember, try new things. You need to try things you never tried before, and then you can see a whole different new world. Then I want to talk about dreams a little bit. Do you remember when you are young, you have different kinds of dreams? You may want to build a robot. And then you may imagine that do something stupid. You can become a better person by doing this hand gesture. But always remember the thing that life is a game. Remember, it's not life is like a game. It's life is a game. Why? Let me explain it to you. How many of you have ever played RPG, role-play game before? Could you raise your hand? Not much. Okay. Well, let me briefly introduce what is role-play game. Is that they have different kinds of occupation. That you can sharpen your skill, try to get your experiments. But what is the most important things of role-play game? The most important thing is enjoy the game. Some of you may forget the fact that we need to enjoy our life. We think we are playing Monopoly. We always think that we need to accumulate our wealth and then have a huge friend or something like that. But always remember, money is a tool, it's not your destination. So always remember to enjoy the game. There are some tips. 2R. The first one is relationship. You need to find your teammates. So who are willing to support you no matter how. And always remember, use your resource. Use your resource wisely, and then you can have a great game. This picture tried to remind me that I don't want to be a boring old guy after I was 40. I have nothing to talk about, and I was just, well, get tired of life. So always try to be a doer, not a thinker. If you think too much, then you won't finish a thing. This picture always reminds me how small human is. How small human are, I guess. So since I already graduated, and for those we are going to graduate, I will give you one advice. Everything is going to be alright. The economic is okay, so don't worry. You will have your own way. So thank you for your listening.